Shadow Minister of Public Administration.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. There should be no doubt that the opposition support the right to work remotely, that we support flexible working arrangements between employers and employees, and that we support greater connectivity of our nation's outer and lesser populated islands and the enrichment of its peoples. The problem, Madam Speaker, is that this bill will not accomplish any of these items. As drafted, this bill is dead in the water. The opposition will, as a party, will nevertheless support a bill that allows for remote working, subject to amendments. The Minister has termed this doctrine flexible arrangements, but it will do nothing but kill the small businesses, their innovation and their enterprise in our community. The Minister states that the COVID pandemic affected us badly. Of course it did. It affected this entire world. But this policy would keep us living in the pandemic when it is time for us to move beyond it. As if the government has not done enough already to damage employer-employee relationships, how about we look at this? They would set to make employers responsible for the health and safety of someone in their own home. They would extend the parameters of the workplace beyond the confines of offices into the private layer of individuals. I am not sure who the government takes our citizenry for, but they are certainly not fools. A home is someone's private space, an intimate extension of their right to privacy. We, as the Labour Party, will defend that to the letter. I move on to Section 16 of this Act. Madam Speaker, we attend to the 4-day working week. Does anyone on the other side, including the Minister for Public Administration, are they aware of how essential services work? They are essential. Can someone from the government side please tell me how they expect healthcare to be conducted on a 4-day working week? How teaching should be done remotely? How policing can take place on a flexible basis? These are essential services upon which we cannot compromise for the shallow goals of the party sitting opposite. We are the party for the working class. We are the party for a fairer future and for good labour relations. We are the party of the rule of law and of good government, and we will bring this government to account accordingly. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Many of our citizens live in rural areas of our islands and have been cut off from our quality higher education situated on our bigger islands. With remote learning, they have the option to receive the higher education they desire without having to travel long distances to their place of study. Some of my young constituents with disabilities find travelling and attending their place of study exhausting due to all the obstacles they face on a daily basis. They tell me that distance learning would enhance their learning experience because they can receive their qualifications from the comfort of their home, surrounded by everything they need to get through the day. The opposition were in government for 15 years. And did they ensure that all young people, especially those living with disabilities, have access to a high-quality education? No. Did they do anything to tackle the isolation of citizens from rural areas in our islands? No. But we are tackling these issues. We are hearing a lot of words from the members across the House. But what have they done for all these vulnerable people? This bill provides for all these people and more. It ensures that students with disabilities can access higher education by remote learning. It ensures that students from rural areas can also access higher education by remote.
Sorry, thank you, Madam Speaker. Just a point of order under 29.1 on relevancy. The bill is not about remote learning, it's about remote work. So if the member could return to the topic of discussion in a more expedient manner. Thank you.
I believe the member has been able to connect her point on remote learning to remote work, so overruled.
So this bill provides for all these people and more, and it ensures that students with disabilities can access higher education by remote learning, which is connected to remote working, by the way. It ensures that students from rural areas can also access higher education by remote learning, and it gives students flexible learning opportunities so they can fulfill the work-life balance that we all aim to achieve. For all these reasons and the clear benefits towards education, I urge every member of this House to support this bill to ensure we expand the opportunities for all students. And for this reason, I commend this bill to the House.